Well, we had talked about, it's the first episode of 2021. Let's kind of go over what we thought of 2020. Some of the wrestlers of the year, matches of the year, feuds of the year. We thought we had 4 categories. We had male wrestler of the year, female wrestler of the year, match of the year, and feud of the year. Does anybody want to go first on who they thought? We can start with male wrestler of the year. We can go from there.
For each company, right?
You can just go overall if you want. Yeah.
Just overall, who we thought was okay. Yeah, we did a good job planning this one out. Huh?
I wrote down some stuff. I had a lot of time on my hands. So.
Okay.
So for overall, for me, male wrestler of the year, I give it to Tetsuya Naito. I mean, he was crowned the first ever IWGP heavyweight and intercontinental champ together. And he only didn't have the title for about 53 days or something.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And he's going into Wrestle Kingdom to defend his title against Ibushi, which I think Ibushi will win.
On night 1, and then if he retains, he has to fight Jay White on night 2. So double dip there. That's not a bad pick. You can't really go wrong with that one. It might be hard pressed. For as much time as Roman was off due to COVID, it's hard to give him male wrestler of the year because of that. If I had to go into it, I'm gonna go with Randy Orton.
That's what I picked too, just because Roman was off.
And I just say that because of not only match wise but character wise this year, just absolutely amazing in everything he did. The stuff with Edge in the beginning part of the year, and that feud that went on until Edge got hurt, was done really well. For all the shit that we say about him and Drew and that feud going on too long,
it started real well.
It was still really well. And then him with the Fiend, he's been the main focal point throughout, and it's been his best year, which is crazy because of how good he is. But it's been his best year, character wise, in ring work wise, promo wise. I'll put this year up of Randy Orton against anybody just overall for what he did. So I'll go with Orton.
No, where is he at? 15 titles?
Yeah. 15 World Heavyweight titles. Yep.
So he's tied with Triple H, I think.
Would you put it on him one more time?
I don't think he'll get to 16. I don't.
No.
Nah.
And it's like he's bringing the young guys too. He's pulling through, being the old guard. Okay, let's go. Yeah, he's like a leader in the locker room.
Yeah. Chris, who you got?
I'm giving it to Kenny Omega this year. I felt, his record was 9-0 singles. He was 35-10 overall. He had a 228 reign as tag team champion. He won the AEW championship this year, and he lasted the whole year 2020 as the Triple All champion. I think really he generated the most wrestling buzz, just in the past month than all of 2020.
That's not a bad pick either when you lay out those facts. I know Jason made a face there and just
I made a face because you gave it to a tag team guy. It's like giving it to Montez Ford.
All right. Female wrestler of the year.
Donald, do you want to take that? Go back around.
I go with Bayley. Bayley held it down for almost 3/4 of the year, and during the whole COVID time, her and Sasha were the thing to watch on 3 programs. I give it to her, and her in-ring and promo skills were second in none this year.
Jay,
I'm gonna go with Sasha, just because I'm not too fond of Bayley's mic skills.
Okay.
So, Sasha's taking over the second half of the year after being within the tag team.
So
Bayley's first. She's taking over
you
second.
just killed Chris for giving Male Wrestler of the Year to a tag team person, but yet you gave yours to Sasha, who was also a tag team person.
That was for what? How long?
Hey, they were
That was free.
okay.
That wasn't the whole year. That wasn't the whole year.
All right.
I put in there in my facts 228 days he was a tag team wrestler. That was the whole year.
Chris, who you got?
I'm giving to Asuka this year. She held the Money in the Bank Championship, the Raw Women's Championship. She was a 2-time Women's Tag Team Champion in 2020. She became a Grand Slam champion in 2020, and she had the best overall female record in WWE. She had 64 matches with 36 wins.
Oh, see, Chris is going off accolades.
Hey, I mean,
Off of accolades. Who even watch
Hey,
Raw?
who entertained you more than Asuka on the mic? You might not be able to understand one word she said, but she's entertaining on the mic.
She is. She is.
you know,
I don't know what they're doing with her. That's all.
I initially was gonna go with Sheeta, based off of her run as AEW Women's Champ. She still has the belt. The beginning half or 3/4 of the year were really strong for her, undefeated. Had great matches, but they haven't done anything with her on television for how long? This Abaddon storyline doesn't really do anything for me. So that kind of like the latter part of the year for her just kind of fell off. Then I thought about Thunder Rosa and the year that she had NWA Women's Champion, the matches that she's had in AEW, the storyline that she's had with Britt Baker now, what she did with Serena Deeb and some of the matches that she had before she lost the title. But I think if I'll have to circle back around to it, I'm going to go with Bayley as well. Just the fact that she not only was tag team women's champions with Sasha Banks there, but to hold the SmackDown women's title for as long as she did, to be the longest reigning SmackDown women's champion of all time. And she really was the focal point of SmackDown as well as Sasha. But I think Bayley, because she carried the strap for majority of the year, I'll give it to Bayley.
Okay. That's good.
What do you got? Feud of the year and tag team? Real quick, so we can run through this and get on with the show.
What's the next category? Feud or match? Which one?
I go feud.
I give it to Adam Cole and Pat McAfee. then there's no much more to say about that. Everybody knows about it. Put the strap on Mac. Yeah, ever since they started, like about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, beefing between Twitter and on Pat McAfee show, then finally leading to their match. Yeah, that's definitely feud of the year.
It's so hard not to mute you right now.
Hey, I'll second that. I was, if Edge doesn't get hurt, I think Edge and Orton, over the course of the year would have played out to be feud of the year. But the stuff between Cole and McAfee was wrestling to its truest form, and it is what it's all about. It's about storytelling. It's about giving a reason to get behind individuals or teams or people, whether you hate them or love them. They did that. All the people involved played the storyline great. McAfee showed that he's one of the greatest speakers that you can have on a live microphone. And he's had that praise from CM Punk and Stone Cold. And those two people just don't hand that out willy-nilly.
Sure.
So if you're getting praise from them two, who two of the better talkers of all time in CM Punk and Stone Cold, you definitely have something on the mic. And his in-ring work, for what they asked him to do and what he was able to do in both his matches, hats off to you. So I'll second that nomination and go with Cole and McAfee.
Jason?
I'm going to go with Sasha and Bayley because I didn't plan for this.
I'm actually I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah. Sasha Bayley?
Yep, that's who I had too. I felt just the most consistent entertaining and the longevity of the storyline.
But they hot shot it to fit it in the stupid Hell in a Cell gimmick pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not over yet.
Could have
Yeah,
carried
they-
it on. Could have carried it on the Mania. So,
they definitely
Yep.
could have carried it. But that's
Yeah.
Vince.
all right.
All right, match of the year, Donald.
Match of the year, I have to give it to Walter and Dragunov from NXT UK.
I second that.
Yeah,
That didn't even win NXT year to end awards.
there was no other match like that on this year.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch it. I have to watch it.
I'll give a close number 2 to Kenny Page and versus the Young Bucks because that
Okay.
was pretty good. Yeah, but Dragunov and Walter, that was my match of the year.
Me too. Jason.
How dare you not give it to Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin dog food fight?
Oh, shut this dude off. Cut him off.
How dare you?
Cut him off. No, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I had to.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1A and 1B. I'm gonna go Sasha and Bailey, Hell in a Cell, and then I'm gonna put surprisingly Best Friends and Ortiz's. I mean, and Pride and them
Not powerful.
AEW boys for their parking lot brawl. I don't know their name, man.
That was a good
Brooklyn-
one.
What an
Brooklyn and Bronx.
WWE Jason? What?
Yeah, I'll put that up there, man. That was enjoyable.
Shit, hell froze over after 2020 ended.
It did. My heart grew 3 sizes.
I mean, all of this is so subjective, and it boils down to your taste and everything else.
Yeah.
You can get technical with it and apply criteria and everything else, but I'm gonna go with Brody and Cody in the dog collar match.
Okay.
Just for the sheer brutality, the storyline leading into it, the promo he cut on Brandy, that a lot of times we see matches that don't deserve the stipulation that's added to the match. That was a match that deserved the stipulation, and there's only one dog collar match that people talk about all the time, and it's Greg the Hammer Valentine and Roddy Piper. And to have Valentine sitting in the crowd watching that match as those two went out there and beat the ever-living shit out of each other, I'm going to go with Brody and Cody in the dog collar match.
Nice. I think definitely some hard-hitting action from
All
everybody.
right. Well, that's this week in Bell to Bell.